Hey guys, Drifter here, welcome to Black Ops 2 In Depth. In today's episode, you all wanted to hear about the EMP grenade, its effects, what it does, how to counter it, all those sort of nice things. So here we are with the EMP grenade in depth. The gameplay that you're seeing right now is me playing in an open lobby full of subscribers, or playing Hardpoint. Got them all in from Twitter. I run most of the open lobbies from Twitter, and I am going at it with EMP grenades. I have two of them, Scavenger, and I am spamming them, and there is a reason that I'm spamming them. There is a strategy to it. We're going to talk about that later, but first, let's talk about the EMP grenade damage. Each EMP grenade has two methods of dealing damage. The first way is the impact damage. If you hit somebody with the EMP grenade, it's going to do 15 damage. This is the same as all the other grenades. It was actually requested in the flashbang versus concussion. When you bonk somebody with this, it does 15 damage. Doesn't matter if it's in the head or the body, still 15 damage. The blast damage on the EMP grenade is 1. It deals exactly 1 point out of your 100 health, or 1% of your total health of damage, just if you get blasted by it. This is the same as the flash and the stun. They each do 1% of health damage for the blast radius. For some reason, I have a tendency to get more kills with the EMP grenade itself, just the blast damage. There is a reason for this we're going to talk about later. It actually doesn't do more damage than other grenades. That's a misconception. It only does 1 damage. About the blast radius itself, it's a spherical or omnidirectional blast radius, and it is not affected by cover. It has the exact same radius up, down, left, right, any direction, big sphere, and it is 100% unaffected by cover. It neither reduces the range nor the effectiveness of the blast, no matter what you're hiding behind. If you're hiding behind an object that's penetratable by bullets, thin wall, thick wall, impenetrable wall, off the map, objects, other people, it goes through absolutely everything. This is the biggest benefit of the grenade, and that's kind of what you're seeing me do here with the test. Is just throw the grenade randomly and it'll detonate a lot of different things. This grenade, because of its ability to penetrate through walls and cover, allows you to hit a lot of people in an area with an EMP grenade. More people than you could hit with a flash or concussion, because those are stopped by solid objects, whereas the EMP is not. On the flip side of this, it's very easy for you to EMP yourself, because if you throw it around a corner, my expertise in previous Call of Duty games makes me want to bounce flash and stuns and concussions around a corner and be very close by when they go off and rush through the smoke. With an EMP grenade, like you've seen here in the gameplay, I'm actually EMPing myself a lot. It's very annoying, and it happens, so please do be careful and not EMP yourself, and keep in mind that it is very easy to EMP other people. When you are EMP'd, you have a minimal movement reduction. You do get a slight sort of stun going on, kind of similar to the flashbang. You're not able to sprint at full speed for a very short period of time, and you get some limited, like your look sensitivity, your left, right, up, down is a little bit limited, and you get some visual distortion. It's kind of a grainy, pixely sort of thing. Your HUD disappears, and there is an initial flash, but it's a very, very brief one. The big thing is that EMP players have no HUD. That means no radar, no ammo indicators, no score streak, no score, no time, no nothing, and most importantly, they cannot call in any score streaks. If you EMP somebody that has a swarm, they're going to have to wait for the duration of the entire EMP to expire before they can call in their swarm. This is mostly to prevent people from calling in UAV, counter UAV, lightning strikes, lower kill streaks, but it just kind of locks them down. It's really great to EMP good players or players that are on a roll and just kind of lock down their streaks. The effects of the EMP last for 12.5 seconds. This is much longer than the effects of any other grenade. Those are typically somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds, maybe a little bit less if you're farther away on the blast radius. If you are anywhere inside the blast radius of the EMP, if you're standing directly on top of it or at the very, very edge, you get the full 12.5 seconds, and 12.5 seconds is a very long time in Call of Duty. In general, the EMP grenade is considered to be the most annoying tactical grenade in the game. This is the one that most players complain about. Well, players complain about just about everything in this game, but they complain about being stunned a lot, flashed a lot, but people really, really start to complain when you EMP them a lot because it messes up their score streaks, they don't get their radar, they have a lot of problems, and you can really gum up an enemy team when you do this. The only protection that you have from EMP grenades is the hardwired perk. As we've discussed in the episode on the hardwired perk, this is probably the most underpowered and underused perk in the game, with the exception of a handful of game modes, but it does grant you 100% complete and total immunity to EMP grenades. It's not like Tactical Mask, where the grenades still phase you, but not as much, and this one, they don't even get hit markers, it doesn't even phase you, you don't even hardly notice that the grenades are going off. They'll still do damage if they bonk you in the head, but they don't do the blast damage, and you get no effect effects, so hardwired will save you from EMP grenades, but that's kind of all the perk does. The EMP grenades, perhaps more useful than stunning people, is that they utterly destroy all tactical equipment, guardians, sentry guns, anything. It will absolutely chew through fixtures that the people put on the ground. Those bouncing betties that get you the claymores around the corner, mostly the shock charges. In a more objective game type, they can be sometimes used to take down trophy systems. If you throw them directly at the trophy system, obviously the trophy system is going to detonate it, but what you can do is just kind of throw it close to the trophy system, around the corner of the trophy system. You can run in and like dive the trophy system with it, and because it goes through the walls, because it goes through the floor, because it goes through the corners, because it goes through everything with no regard for cover, it'll take out the trophy system. So that's a very good thing. Guardians and sentry guns are one hit. AGR is not a one hit, but if you hit it with an EMP, it's like 99% of its health, so it's like one EMP and one bullet, which is pretty easy to do. It also shreds pretty much any score streak in the game. 1-2 EMP grenades are extremely effective at taking down score streaks. You can just chew through them. Stealth choppers, anything that gets close enough to you. You can even take down, I'm not sure about the lightning strike missile itself, but I know you can take down hailstorms with EMP grenades. Anything you can hit with a grenade, you're probably going to destroy, so it's very effective in that. It's a very versatile kind of grenade. However, it does have some limited uses. It's not as effective as the flashbang or the concussion grenade when it comes to limiting player movement or vision. People are still typically very able to play with this even without the use of their optics. And it's mostly just used on chewing through equipment, lots and lots of equipment. So I would say this is best used in Hardpoint. Hardpoint's the mode where I see the most equipment. There's also quite a bit in Headquarters, some in Search and Destroy, and in Hardcore modes, but mostly Hardpoint. And the best way to use this grenade is you spam it, you chunk it, you run it with Engineer, and you throw it all over the place. Those tactical insertions, those annoying bouncing betties, those shock charges, the sentry gun, not the sentry gun, the trophy system, everything that usually gums you up, you can just chew through with the EMP grenades, and that's the best benefit from it. My best recommendation is that you use it on objective game modes, the ones where you see a lot of equipment. Run it with Scavenger, run 2 of them, and mercilessly spam the other team. Make them rue the day that they ever thought they could use optical attachments or equipment, and it's not going to save your life. You're not going to be able to just like concuss a bunch of people and run and jump and gun them on, but it wears down on them. It just mentally wears them down on the other team, and it's very frustrating and makes it very difficult for them to play. Well guys, that's all for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful. If you'd like to check out the previous episode on Flashbang versus Concussion, you can click the box on the left. That'll open in a new window. My next episode is going to be on the Overkill wildcard. Hopefully that'll be coming soon. I also have an app down there in the description that helps you build classes if you want to check that out. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.